like the fans will be brilliant. I'm sure they'll come and fill it out, and like the fans will be brilliant. I'm sure they'll come and fill it out and be creating a lot of great noise. And I'm sure the other boys can't wait to get out there as well.
And I suppose last year, the key for Huddersfield Town were you were able to lift it against the so-called bigger teams coming down the stretch, and you eked out great performances and great results against teams that were much higher than you in the table. Some teams even towards the end of the season who were right in playoff contention as well. So can you take an awful lot of confidence going into that? I know Leicester are coming off of a victory against Coventry, but can you use the run in last season as form to take into this home game now?
Yeah, definitely. I think like you said, we caused a lot of big teams problems last year, and if you look at our squad, it's very similar to last year. So we all know each other really well and work together well. So we're looking forward to getting out there and hopefully causing them problems. We don't fear anyone. We're ready to go. I think we all almost get really up for the big games, and we love playing the big teams, and we wanna cause an upset, if you say, like as they might say.
And I suppose I watched a good bit of that Plymouth game, and for the first half you were really right in that game, and I suppose Plymouth had a purple patch there in the second half, roughly just from the 50th minute on there to around the 70th minute. Do you start to look back at that during this week, or is it very much onto to this challenge against Leicester City, or have you identified maybe that key area in the second half where maybe the game got away from you a bit?
No, I think we had a midweek game as well, so we were also preparing for that. But when we put that behind us, we know what the problem was a lot for the Plymouth game. We spoke about it. They have sent us our individual clips as well, so I've watched my clips on that game. But like you said, there was a time in the first half, I think just before we scored, we had a decent little patch of a few chances and possession, but overall, we know the goals. I'd say all 3 goals aren't good enough. We can't concede those, and I think if we eliminate those mistakes, I'd say, and they don't score them, I think the game's a very different game. But I think we could have been a bit more useful in possession, maybe used our possession a bit more. But that's what we're working on, and that's what we're planning to do on Saturday.
I suppose, Jack, lastly for me, you mentioned about your tally last year, hoping to get into double figures this season, and I suppose that's going to be the key for Huddersfield Town. I suppose maybe in the previous sort of year, the start of the last year, where you sort of struggled, maybe there was maybe too much of an over-reliance on the strikers to provide the goals, and obviously when Neil Warnock came in, goals started to come from every areas of the pitch. The defenders started to chip in, the midfielders. How important is it to get that going again from the start of the season? Maybe not to fall into bad habits where it's up to the strikers to be 15, 16 goal strikers per season, because that happens at some clubs in the Championship. It doesn't happen at every club, and maybe Huddersfield fell into that trap last year where they were thinking, right, our 2 guys up top are going to get us 18, 19 goals a season and we can rely on that. That's not always the case.
Yeah, no, I think like you said, when Gaff came in, goals started coming from elsewhere as well, Matty got some, I chipped in a couple times, JK started scoring them, so that's what we're planning on, and we've been working on in training. We're hoping to carry on that momentum from last year, and hopefully I can get off the mark this Saturday and start my aim towards double figures, and hopefully so can a couple of the others. But we're going into every game open-minded and ready to go positive, and we're all trying to score and support the strikers as well. Wardy's a great finisher. I'm sure he'll get a lot of goals in himself. But yeah, like you said, if we can chip in from midfield and off the wings, and even from defence, from set pieces, then we're going to put ourselves in good stead.
And one final question just came to me there. Wilfried and Ndidi at the weekend, you're going to be rubbing shoulders with him in the middle of the park. Obviously, you're going to be clashing on a few sort of occasions. I suppose that sort of first ball, are you really looking forward to go hell for leather with Wilfried in the middle of the park? We know what he sort of brings to Leicester City. Are you ready to stamp your ground and stamp your authority?
Yeah, no, bring it on. Like, I look forward to these games. Like, they've been in the Prem. That's obviously where everyone aspires to get to. Like, that's where we want to be. So that's where I want to be as well eventually. So, you know, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for the challenge, and like I said, I can't wait to get out there. All of their midfield, they're all been in the Premier League, and like people say, like I guess it's say Premier League quality. But I want to show that I can be up there and perform like as well, better than them.
Cheers, Jack.
Thank you.